Welcome to Africa channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to help us.
All things Mercedes-Benz G-Wagen on automobile. As many enthusiasts may know, development of the G-Wagen, also known as G-Class, Geländewagen, or simply the G, owes at least some of its impetus to urging from the Shah of Iran, who suggested Mercedes would do well for itself in the competitive space occupied by Land Rover, the Toyota Land Cruiser, and various Jeeps. Over the decades since its introduction, the history of the venerable Mercedes-Benz G-Wagen and all its variants, offshoots, updates, and powertrains has grown so dense and labyrinthian, we've decided to cut the Gordian knot and merely cover the boxy G-Wagon's greatest hits and highlights. Hungry for more details? Be sure to read the stories linked below. Plus, there are numerous forums and anorak registries to be found online that do a far better job than we ever could of breaking down the fine detail of year-by-year differences for civilian and military variants of the G-Wagen. The subsequent G-Wagen was envisioned in both military, professional, and civilian forms, with production handled by Austrian engineering consortium Steyr Daimler Puch. Mercedes and Steyr teamed up for development, but the final assembly and production details were handled by the Austrian firm, a deal that led to G-Class vehicles sold in Austria, Switzerland, and other Eastern European countries being branded as the Puch G. Mercedes and its customers must have liked the W460 generation quite a bit, as it remained in production without significant change until 1991. By the time the subsequent W461 Generation G arrived, the model family offered something for everyone, with 2, 3, and 5-door variants and a mix of cabriolet, station wagon, and panel van configurations. Aimed primarily at the professional crowd, the W461 essentially incorporated updated powertrains and revised 4x4 drivetrain into the W460 body, along with a smidge of interior refinement and quality of life improvements. After a few years of development, the W460 Generation Geländewagen launched for the 1979 model year, riding on a rugged live-axle 4x4 platform powered by a trio of engines, a 2.3-liter gas 4-cylinder, a 2.4-liter diesel 4-cylinder, and a diesel 5-cylinder. In 1980, the 280 added Mercedes' popular inline-6 to the mix with a respectable 150 horsepower on tap. In 1990, Mercedes split the G-Wagen family into two distinct branches. The aforementioned W461 catered to the down and dirty workhorse crowd, while the new W463 was the first iteration of the plush, big baller status off-roader we know the G as today. As the W463 evolved, engines got bigger, seats got cushier, trim became chromier, and the price tag became more eye-bulging. It wasn't until 2002 that the plusher G-Wagen was sold in the US in any official capacity, with a hungry market driving the G to much success as a range-topping status symbol. The equally, if not even more, ludicrous Mercedes-Maybach G650 Landaulette takes the crazy suspension and portal axles of the G550 4x42, the V12 from the G65, the interior trimmings from a Mercedes-Maybach S650, the price tag from the 6x6, and throws in a soft-top rear section for good measure. Like the Porsche 911, Chevrolet Corvette, BMW 3 Series, and Ford Mustang, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class remains one of the pillars of automotive enthusiasm. There were many granny-geared 4x4 SUVs before and after the arrival of the G, but none have captured the imagination of so many quite like the big boxy Benz. For now, there's no use showcasing W463s, since many older examples can be found on buy here pay here lots, and hundreds of newer W463s are readily available on online marketplaces. Instead, here are some older G-Wagens of note that have sold on Bring a Trailer. Depends what you want to use it for. Off-roading? The G-Wagen is excellent. Standing out in the parking lot? Absolutely. Making your neighbors jealous? Piece of cake. Saving money on gas and maintenance? An emphatic no. You have questions about the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagen. Automobile has answers. Here are the answers to some of the most frequently asked Mercedes-Benz G-Wagen queries. Mercedes understands the G-Wagen's position as a status symbol, so one of the best ways to maintain that allure is to keep the price high and the production numbers relatively low. So, unless you get a well-used example, a newish G will cost you over $100,000. If you walked into a Mercedes dealer and drove off in the basest of base G550s, it would cost you $130,900. A combination of quite a few things, really. Old world charm, mil-spec cool, Mercedes-Benz cachet, excellent performance, astounding build quality, and evergreen appearance all contribute to the G-Wagen's lasting presence.
We have come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to help us.